In this discussion, we'll be talking about the area of a triangle. And so when you first look at this, you're like, well, we've seen this before in high school or prior to that. I mean, it's area of a triangle. That's geometry. And this is what you're used to seeing. The area K of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, where B is the base and H is the height, or what we call the altitude, drawn to the base. Now, a couple of things. Yeah, we've seen this formula a lot of times. But if you notice something that's kind of odd here, they're using the letter K. Capital K is they're using for area on this one because we're going to find in this first discussion here, we can find the area of triangles based on the angles, okay, of a triangle. That in combination with some sides. I haven't shown you the formula yet, but that's what we're going to be using. Now, one of those angles is angle A, capital A. So if you want to know why they're using K instead of the capital letter A for angle, they don't want you to get it confused with angle A, capital angle A. So that's the reason they're using K here. I'll remind you that in a second when we see the formulas. Alrighty? So now that's the formula that you're used to seeing for the area of a triangle, 1/2 base times height. So if you look at the triangle at the top, that's base times height, 1/2 of it. Now why is it 1/2 of it? Well, if you take the triangle and cut it down the middle and fold up the second one up to 1, basically you end up with 2 triangles total. And so how do you find the area of a rectangle? Well, it's base times height. Well, a triangle is basically a rectangle divided in half. That's why it's 1/2 of the base times the height. So then enough of the review stuff. That's stuff that you learned in high school, geometry. But that's where the formula comes from. Now, the area of side angle side triangles, what that basically means is you know 2 sides and the angle between them. And you're like, what if you don't know that one? Then you can't use the formula. There only got to be SAS triangles in order to use them. If they're not in SAS form, you have to find basically 2 sides and an included angle to use it. So you might have to use the law of sines or the law of cosines to get it at least the angle in between 2 sides known. And then you could use it. Alrighty? So the formulas for the law, this area formula is 1/2 A times B times the sine of angle C. Now in that case, now they pull in this one to the side because this one is actually related to the picture above it. So if you look at the picture above it, we know it's 1/2 base times height is the area. We know that. But if I want to incorporate angle C into this answer, well, angle C is equals to opposite over hypotenuse, which is H, because it's a right angle there, H over A. In solving for H, you get H equals A times the sine of angle C. Now remember, the area formula is 1/2 base times the height. So the base is B, and the height was A times the sine of angle C. So basically, I'm taking out the height altogether and replacing it with the sine of that angle times the hypotenuse of that side. So that's going to be 1/2 AB sine of angle C. Now, of course, you can readjust the height of any triangle to go from to the other side. And so the other 2 formulas would be following from that. So the area could be 1/2 BC times the sine of angle A, or the area could be 1/2 AC times the sine of angle B. And in words, here it is. Now, here they're using A again. The area A, they should say the area K, of a triangle equals 1/2 the product of 2 of its sides times the sine of the included angle. Okay, let's look at this example here. Finding the area of a side angle side triangle. Okay, find the area K of a triangle with sides A is 8, B is 6, and C is 30 degrees. So they show you a little picture of it. And I'm just going to confirm it. It's a side angle side here. We got the 30-degree angle in between the 6 and the 8. So that is a side angle side. So K is equals to 1/2 A times B times the sine of angle C. So it's 1/2 8 times 6 times the sine of 30 degrees, which is 12 square units. Alrighty? So that's how you find the area of a triangle. Notice you don't know the height at all. You know the base. Okay, the base is maybe 8 if you want it to be, but you don't know the height of the triangle. You don't have a right triangle either. Alrighty? But it's 12 square units of that one. Now, you're like, well, what if you don't have a side angle side here? Well, let's say you have the C over there, but you don't know the little b6. You don't know the b is 6. Well, you would have to play around with the law of sines, or the law of cosines, could be one of them, until you get the b to be found. So once you find the b, then you have a side angle side. So in order to use this what I call the area sine formula, or the sine area formula, once you get to, you can only use it if you have two sides and the included angle. So you might have to go back to the law of cosines or the law of sines, finding the known parts. You don't have to find everything, but until you get the side angle side format, then you can apply this formula. This one was pretty easy because all they did was they gave me everything I needed, the two sides and the included angle. Alrighty, but it can be more complicated than this. Alrighty, so if you have any questions regarding this, you let me know, and you have a good day.